for reference, I didn't have a social media following at this point, and I didn't do videos at this point, but I stood in the same spot right here back in June. I stood in the same spot in June at this motel, and things are a lot different now. I got a huge resume. I'm getting a huge position, and can't believe how much this has turned around for me, dude. I can't be any more grateful than this. So I fucking love life, dude. And to add even more to the story, there's actually a state police barracks right down the street from where I am, and I showed up there several times to report what was going on. If you want to know what has been going on, and you're new, check out my resume. My Instagram is thebig_bang_55, and a link to my story/resume is in the link in my bio underneath my username. Go ahead and check that out. You can see what's been going on. Yeah, I mean, literally right down the street is where I went when I lived in West Warwick. So crazy, man. Crazy time. It's been a crazy year, dude. So. Hey, Crossroads, you fucking. I won't be refined to a bench tonight. Peace. Excuse me, but do I look like a prisoner to you? No. Okay. Where'd it go? There she is. Oh. Time for a smoke. Yeah, sure. Alright, one last thing before I step out to have a smoke. Hey. For those of you who don't know the story, I fed a seagull in this parking lot. I got kicked out of this place. This is a 7-Eleven. And I jumped on that right there, jumped off of it, and I was like, special needs aren't that coordinated. Anyways, I'm gonna head back to the motel. I just grabbed some protein bars and a burger. So, hell yeah, guys. Let's keep rocking, all right? Let's go. So actually, on my Mechanic Mitch riding channel, I have videos of me riding down this street with the big flyer. Nonetheless, back in I think the time frame is right around 2022, going into 2023. So that's where I am, back in my old neck of the woods. Let's go. Now I want to show you how cool this actually is. If you go down the street here, take a right where Melvin's Tire is, right at the fork where the liquor store is, and you cut through that road. You get to the end of it. You can actually take a right and go to Cumberland Farms, where I used to hang out, or you can take a left, get to the end of that street, take a right, go all the way down several miles, hit Exeter, and hit my mom's house. So, just to put in perspective, and one day, this is to show you how fit I am and how fit I have been this entire year. I took a walk from Cumberland Farms to Duncan at the end of that road, where you take a right. It's right on the corner. And then I walked from there several miles to Exeter. Got my first arrest, my trespass, which got dropped, by the way, and the second one will too. And then got brought the whole valley, Hopkinton Barracks. And then they dropped me off all the way in East Greenwich. To put that in perspective, that's again at the end of the road where you take a right to go to Cumberland Farms. But instead of taking a left into Cumberland Farms when you get a couple miles down the road, you keep going straight. And if you can follow that for a couple miles, there's a McDonald's, there's a Bank Rhode Island, and there's a Shell right on the corner. They dropped me off at the Shell. I walked from there all the way to Cumberland Farms in East Greenwich, made a whole loop, went around the state in one day, and then at the end of the night, I walked from Cumberland Farms right down the street from where I'm staying to the state police barracks, asked them for help, and then I walked to that 7-Eleven, all in one day. And then I got picked up and I slept in my brother's truck. Crazy how shit works, huh? I mean, if I wanted to, yeah, I could run a marathon right now. I could run a marathon every day if I wanted to. That's how fit I am. So, I mean, yeah, I might try out for a marathon, actually. Might be pretty fun. Now, if you want to get super technical, it was interesting. There was a gentleman at the Cumberland Farms that used to stay at, like I said, in East Greenwich. And that's, if you go to the end of this road, at the fork where the liquor store is, take a right at Melvin's Tire, and then go all the way down, take another right, and then go down to Cumberland Farms after like a mile or two. There was a gentleman there who was very nice to me. He used to buy me lunch, buy me food every time I wanted it. He was super nice guy. He was a younger gentleman, but super nice to me. Anyways, when I was in Hope Valley, dude, literally like a week, like a day before Thanksgiving, I stopped in there the first time, and nonetheless, who's the motherfucker at the counter? The gentleman who bought me lunch and food. Like, it was like, dude, no way. What are the odds, bro? And, it was just really good to see the guy. But anyways, yeah. Mitch is back in town. And for those of you who didn't follow for this long and you're new here, I got kicked out of the shelter in Westerly the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm going back there tomorrow, so you'll see me in the park again, making goofy videos and shit, so yeah, and then until all of this is over, and then hopefully they'll let me own that house, take ownership of it. I'm pretty sure they will, so yeah, tomorrow I also gotta call the court and let them know that my phone got stolen, and update them on that. Tell them I got my number back. That's one. Two, I need to ask for a different public defender because Dana, my old public defender, has ties to my mom, and there's a conflict of interest. So I don't want that getting in the way of my case. It's my case, so yeah, that's about it. That's that. I got a lot to do tomorrow, so yeah. When you're staying with criminals, you tend not to take off your shoes. Your shoes can get fucking stolen. My feet fucking reek right now, dude. Fuck. So when I first got in here, I turned the heat on, and the heat coming out of the baseboard, but at the same time, it was taking a long time. And I was like, it may not get warm in here. There's a hole in the wall with an AC in it. And then I came back after a walk and picked up some protein bars. And I realized that it was just going to take a little bit to get warm. Still a little bit chilly, but anyway, it's yeah. Beast being in sleeping on the floor and the bees being outside. I'll take it. Anyways, time for me to hop in the shower. Peace out for now. Bye-bye. We'll say this, after not hearing silence for like several months, it was actually quite nice. So, yeah. So, throughout my resume, you've seen me over time lose my hair, gain my hair back. Well, I got the original hairline again. So, a couple days ago, I started losing it again. So, yeah, my hair looks fucking amazing right now. This original hair. Got all fucked up for a little bit, but that's my original hair, dude. Now, next week when I get paid again, I'm gonna trim the sides and leave the top. Get a fresh haircut. And I fucking trim my beard. Now, Italians, you never seen an Italian with a beard because Italians can't grow. Look, there's a spot there and a spot there. Italians can't grow beards. But, yeah. Oh, I need to trim my beard. Because, Italians can't grow shit. Anyways, hair looks fucking amazing if I do say so myself. So, shower spot on too. Fucking. Anyways. Again, it's only complaining if you don't have a solution. If you have a solution, you're just annoyed. If you bitch and moan when you have a solution, you're just annoyed. When you solve it, you never have the same problem again. That's how I've always done things. I've always done it like that. Once you fix it, you'll never have the same problem again. You know why? Because you know how to do it the next time. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is wisdom. That's why I'm a man at 28 years old. God bless, guys. Take care. Correct. I literally proved time and time again that I'm a beautiful individual and that I didn't deserve what I went through. So, I proved time and time again who I am, who I have been, and that is I'm simply just a beautiful individual. I didn't deserve anything I went through, but we coming out on top, baby. Let's go. It's crazy how God will direct you and guide you. I've always been one to realize that I deserved more, that I needed more, that I wanted more. And God picks the best of his warriors to go through the most, to test them, to see if they're great enough to overcome and succeed. And I'm a prime example of that. See, I took a very bad situation, something that should have been impossible to turn around, and I turned it around. Thank God. Thank God. Now, here's the time where I'd like to bring out the book of Adam, the story of Adam. See, here's the beautiful story of Adam, which turned into Adam and Eve. God approached Adam and said, listen, everything in the garden is yours. Just reach out and grab it. In other words, everything in the garden is yours. But be smart. Work for it. You gotta grow it yourself. And when you go to pick the fruit, don't pick a thorn. Pick a strawberry. Then, after Adam worked for everything he had and got his garden in his very own hand, God gave him a goddess named Eve. Beautiful story, man. So with all due respect to everything I've been through, and what I'm experiencing right now, I'm experiencing external and internal peace around me. I want to say a little prayer. Thank you, God, for the story of Adam. Thank you, God, for giving Adam Eve. Thank you for being there for me and treating me just as you did Adam. For your guidance, I'll be forever grateful for. Amen. Well, yeah, I'm sorry to say, guys, but the old Mitch won't return. I will never be the same again. So, I am a new person now, and I will never be the same again. So, no, the old Mitch won't return, but there'll be parts of him, parts of me, parts of my old self that you'll see. But it just won't be the same again. That's just the way it is. Do I miss my old self? To be honest, not really. The old Mitch was weak. The old Mitch was not as intelligent. Still very intelligent, just not as intelligent. I love the new me, and I don't plan on going back, so anyway, thanks, guys. A lot of you are probably wondering if the old Mitch would have done anything. No, my personality traits are still the same. The old Mitch still wouldn't have done anything. No, not in a million years. The old Mitch was very gentle as well, just petrified people. Petrified to be touched, petrified to be looked at. The new Mitch is willing to trust and willing to face that fear. So, I know everything I need to know now. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, well, I'm gonna have a swig of water. I'm gonna have one of my protein bars. It was peanut butter dark chocolate, so never had it before, so kind of like to try it. Go have one more cigarette, and then I'm crashing the fuck out, dude. I'm crashing out, so I'll see you in the morning. It's 7 a.m. I will say this is the longest I've slept in a very, very long time. And another thing too, I essentially did the work of a chiropractor. Every time I move, my knee up here, rotate it, there's no more pops. So that means I aligned my hips, and it took a couple months to figure out how to do. But essentially, you need complex stretching, and you need to walk a lot because you need to exercise as well. Complex stretching, pretty much yoga, with a variant of yoga that I created. And then you need to exercise a lot. Essentially, you got weak thighs, weak hip flexors, a weak back muscle, and that causes the pops in your hips because your hips become unaligned. So I did the work of a chiropractor in a couple months. Not bad. Alright, I'm still on disability. If they still pay me $240 a month, which I get paid next Friday, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. I deserve a lot of money for what I went through and how hard I've been working my whole life. So, yeah, needless to say, if I get paid the $240, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. Just saying. Alright, so the goal was to stop at 7-Eleven first. Call Walmart, see if they're open. They're open. I kind of spent more money than I would like to because I needed cigarettes, a drink. I bought 2 protein bars and a burger. So spent more money than I wanted to, but still make it out in the end. I called Walmart. They said that you know, I can buy a phone from Boost Mobile for like $35, you know, and then I get paid next week, like I said, and I'll just return the phone and then get my $180 phone then. But I need something to make phone calls and surf the web with and possibly make videos on. So they have a Motorola, $35. Now, the technology changed. You can buy a cheap phone and have it still work correctly. Before, when our phones first came out, the smartphones just came out, $35 phone would break down and freeze. But even if they do, because they're cheaper models, you can now hard reset them. I know the trick to hard reset them. So, restarts the phone, you know, without you having to worry about, you know, the phone freezing up. Force restart. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm about to walk into the motel here and return my card, my door key. I check out, and then I'm gonna head down to Walmart. I remember that guy's name who used to work at that gas station. My dad used to know him because he used to do eBay. When I used to do eBay, he sells electronics on there. His name's Dana. But anyways, I'm gonna walk into the door real quick. As you can see, I'm over the overpass now in the hotel. I'm gonna check out and then head to Walmart, pick up my phone, get service back, and then get a ride to Westerly because it's almost 8 o'clock. So, well, is it 8 o'clock? It is 8 o'clock, and the staff get there at 8. So that's about it. Anyhow, God bless Wickford Motoring. Thanks for letting me stay the night. God bless. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I'll catch you some other time. Peace. Anyhow, this is the fork I was talking about. You take a right here, and then Melvin's Tires right on the right. Take a right there. You can go to Cumberland Farms. And you can also get to Walmart that way. It's quicker, but I'm going to take the long route. So I'm going all the way down here, taking a right at Shell. That's about it. Hey, look who it is. It's the Wickford State Police. The ones I was telling you about, that I stopped in and reported this before it even happened. And I had to help myself. They ain't even help me. They're like, hey, stay safe. I'm like, I will. And I did. Look, it's been 9 months later. I'm walking by your place 9 months later. See you later. What was that one song by Cop? Oh, yeah. Fuck. All these clowns around here look like circus throwaways. These are not the album either, these are just the throwaways. Bitch, what's gonna be so cold when that drop is gonna be a motherfucking snow day. Hey, he's good and he knows it. If I shoot it, it goes in. Oh my God, dude. I don't know if you know, but I stayed in a truck stop for 3 days before I ended up in Westerly. And I got out of Newport Hospital, waited for my brother at Stop and Shop. This is back in October. I got out in October 17th. It was a Friday. I then went from Dave's Marketplace to, which is right down the street from here. Went to Dave's Marketplace to Westerly. No staff was there until 8 o'clock on Monday. It was like 8 o'clock at night on a Friday at that point. And then I took an Uber from Westerly to the trust stop in West Greenwich. They let me sleep on the floor for 3 days. Not bad. God bless them for that. Stayed out of the cold. And then Monday morning, I went right down to Westerly. I got a bed right away. So. Round number 2, anybody? Got some water in my pocket and I treat it like a canteen. Bitch, I made way out the street. Yeah, I make the beats. Yeah, my name's Mitchy D. Walking down the street yelling, I don't got beef. Motherfucker, we keep it high. Go on your mouth and stay on your side. 401, we screaming it now. We holding it down. North Kingstown, Rhode Island. I used to fly down this sidewalk, right? With the big flyer. And I used to jump this curb right here. Look at this ramp. Look at that shit. Fly down the fucking curb. Woof. Right into the grass. So actually, I'm passing May's place. Wonderful breakfast place, if you don't know. Used to be a wiener joint. And there used to be a YMCA down the street. One time, I hate the gym because I rather exercise myself my own way. But back when this is a wiener joint, we hit the gym, then we hit the wiener joint, and I was with my brother and Big Time Birch, the kid who I performed the song at prom with. Anyways, we pulled out of the parking lot. He goes, "Yeehaw!" I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Anyways, that's a little bit of a backstory. Alright, I'll catch you in a little bit. The funniest thing is, back when my brother Matt got charged with, domestic violence, towards me and his girlfriend. I came here to Dave's, and I'm about to fill up my canteen here. But I came here to Dave's and I made a vlog, and it was like getting Chinese food and doing a front flip. I took my Buick LeSabre and I came into Wickford, and super embarrassing filming inside of public back then. Now I don't really care because people know me, but I had my GoPro and I was scooping. They had a hot bar here. They don't have the hot bar anymore. Ever since COVID, they got rid of the hot bar. But I scooped some General TSO, some rice on my dish. And I got it on video. And then I went right down to North Kingstown Beach over here. And, because we're on the East Coast. And I ate and then I did a front flip. Kind of cool. But I gotta go fill my water because I got a long walk ahead of me. I gotta take a right up here at the end of the street and then go all the way down to Walmart, get my service back, get a phone, and then get the same number back. I gotta call Boost, and then I make my way to Westerly after that. So yeah. And guys, get ready. Mitch's about to make it. We gotta go to the bar. Alright guys, I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna stop in a Shell because I don't want to talk to anybody right now. However, I'll update you when I get to Walmart. I just want to enjoy the walk right now. Can't really enjoy the walk when you're on your phone, so catch you in a bit. All gas, no brakes. Can't keep up, they ain't have no pace. Whoa. Don't like me and you watered down, you ain't have no taste. Figure you bad this race. Figure you gonna need to step in. That figure you gonna need distraction. Give me your piece, what's cracking. Give me your decent song. Ain't hung up on the past that's gone. Ain't come this far to come this far. Swear to God, I'll never be so wrong. Now, that song is iconic to me. Because I found that song when it first came out. David Dallas released it. And it's on his album called Vita. You check the release date. But I started listening to that when I was in West Warwick. And I've always said, I didn't come this far, I'd only come this far. And that concludes everything I've been saying, so that's about it. My hands on the slipper, I'm really trying to kill it, try to stand and deliver, not taking no days off until this thing takes off. See, I got this feeling, so I just hope that it pays off. I hope that it pays off. Every word they trying to put up in my head, hope that it pays off. Every word they try to put up in my head, not taking no days off until this thing takes off. See, I got this feeling, so I just hope that it pays off. Looking at my home, looking at my face. They want to say that when we make it out on my phone's on Rome in a foreign place. And I'm not going to waste my chance to compete. Now start heading south. Cause I understand the words that are pouring from your mouth. And I'll keep heading south. Cause they'll let you play your music real damn loud, and I start heading. Well, it's a small world after all, small state. This is where my family got the Dodge Dart from. Make sure, guys, Paul Bailey's, make sure if you're gonna sell a car with a hydraulic clutch and the clutches, the slave cylinders inside the transmission, make sure you recall that next time. Thank you. Don't worry, Paul Bailey's, though. Everything in my mom's name is going to be transferred to my name. I own everything she owns. Therefore, I did your job for you and put the Dodge in my name, motherfuckers. To have a good day. It's funny. We were driving down this piece of road. There was an individual standing right here, right? And, with his shirt on. And we were driving by, we had a minivan at the time, and my mom's like, come on dude, throw your shirt back on, nobody wants to see that. And I'm like, why the fuck are you so miserable? I'm like, is that comment even relevant? Does it even fucking matter? No. Alright, then shut the fuck up. And she also spazzes out at the fucking fast food workers who mess up her food. I'm confident that they mess up her food on purpose now, just to get her to flip the fuck out. So, fuck out of here, mother. And, I'm the spaz? No, motherfucker. The Dampiers are the spaz. Me excluded. Oh, yeah. Back in 9th grade. We were driving on 295 back to Woonsocket. I dropped my girl off. And we were stuck in 5 o'clock traffic. And my mom's like, I'm gonna rip the fucking hair out of my head. And I'm like, yeah, because you're batshit. Shut the fuck up. Funny we shall talk about traffic. There's a song by Nate Good, and it's like, stuff in traffic, but I got the jams. Throw that powder up, I mean, it's getting out of hand, yeah. I got that cover, but this ain't no cover band, yeah. Also, speaking of which, talking about cars in quarantine, back in 2020 with COVID, MGK dropped this song. It's like, roll the windows off when I get in the car, and I'm gonna light one up. Hit the gas station, go and buy a cigar, and we gonna smoke this blunt.